Hello everyone. So I'll be doing certain demonstrations on Cisco Cloud Center, right? So before we go to that, what is Cisco Cloud Center, right? So this is a product that helps enterprises to have hybrid cloud functionality, right? So first thing is it supports various broad range of clouds that are existing in the market to be integrated to the Cloud Center, right? And the second thing is you enables you to model an application deployed on any cloud that you have integrated your to Cloud Center and manage those applications lifecycle completely, right, on the single pane of glass, right? In simple terms, that's what Cloud Center is all about, right? Let me list out few functionalities and features of Cloud Center. The first thing to talk about is the application modeling itself, right? So there are various players in the market who have this template concept, but most of these templates are bound to one specific cloud region, right? Or bound to one specific cloud or deployment environment. What differentiates Cloud Center's ability is the agnostic cloud app modeling, right? Which doesn't tie any parameter to a specific cloud, right? So if you model an application on Cloud Center in an agnostic way, helps you deploy the same modeled application on any cloud, right? In simple terms. So once that is done, you will be able to do this lifecycle management of that particular applications from your Cloud Center console, right? So those are the two aspects I want to start off with. And beyond this, you have features such as marketplace, right? You build an application, you model it, you have deployed it in different clouds. Now you want this to be available to your tenant users or your users under the organization, right? You have marketplace where the user can subscribe to this particular application and import it to his catalog or to her catalog, right? And the another feature I want to talk about is project features, right? That helps you define certain phases and have applications being moved from one phase to another phase as there have been changes done to those applications, right? As there are progress in this particular application development, you can have a CI/CD feature to promote an application or promote an instance from one phase to another phase, right? So a project is something that enables CI/CD or DevOps functionality, and Cloud Center has it natively, which helps you create a layout of different phases and map applications and work on this application, make it better, and promote them to a different or next phase, right? And and there is another functionality called benchmarking, right? So this native functionality of Cloud Center helps you benchmark your applications on various clouds, or it could be on the same cloud on various regions, or it could be the same region on different instance size of your applications to give you a perspective of what is the best placement of your applications with respect to the cost and the performance, right? So that is your benchmarking functionality. And apart from that, you have a broad range of clouds supported by Cloud Center to integrate, right? Open, be it public or private cloud, there's a huge list of clouds that are supported by Cloud Center. And so beyond these functions, right? So we have a bunch of other cool functions, functionalities such as integrations to various components, right? Jenkins, Cisco Usage Director, Cisco ACI, and a lot of other integrations. And we have certain policies that help you scale certain tiers of your applications to with respect to certain parameters, right? Auto scaling functionality, and this can be applied to any cloud that you deploy once it's modeled in this particular Cloud Center tool, right? So and then there are multiple policies, governance, which can be applied in a tag base, where you map all of these policies and have a tag, and you can deploy this. You can deploy your applications, or you can map those particular policies and rules via the tags, right? So these are the some of the features that I'm discussing, and there are a lot of other features with respect to Cloud Center to talk about. On this particular demo, I'm going to focus on two aspects, right? What is an app modeling? How does it look like? And what do I mean by agnostic app modeling, right? So that's my phase one. And phase two is application migration, right? I'm going to deploy an application on one cloud and migrate that to another cloud, right? simple and straightforward. So first tab I want to take you through is the application tab, where I'm going to show how an application modeling looks like. Right. For this example, it's going to be a WordPress application, which is two-tiered in this case, and Apache and database. So this is how an application modeling looks like, right? You have some basic informations, names, versioning, right? Parameters if you want to add some, and topology modeler. On the left, you have the available services. You can drag drop them and have this inserted into this particular model. Or let's say you scratch from the or let's say you start from the scratch and you have certain services that you have out of the box. You can drag drop them to the left, create a flow, right? Create a certain flow of how the application should function. And once you have that, click on each of the tiers. On the right, you have parameters to fit in, right? Which operating system, how does the service should start, and all such lifecycle parameters. So you need to feed them on the right on each of the tiers, and that's it. So that's your app modeling, right? So in this example, I'm gonna stick to my previous model. And apart from this services, you can create your custom services too, right? With specific to cloud if you per se, and you can have them populated in this left column, right? So that's how our app modeling looks like, and I'm gonna use the same app modeled app to deploy, right? So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to deploy this application on a VMware cloud, and second I'm going to deploy this same application on Amazon cloud, right? So to show you how agnostic is this particular blueprint or app model, right? So let me quickly go ahead and do that. So this is the tag based governance that I spoke about, right? I tag it, and all the policies are applied. So first I'm going to launch it on VMware cloud. So this particular job has been submitted, and you see the progress to be and the status to be in progress, right? So these are the tiers that are getting deployed on the respective VMware cloud, and we have lights to indicate the progress of it. At the same time, when you click on each of the tiers, you get to understand the parameters, right, such as IP, which will get populated very soon, and the task that's happening on this particular tier, right? Once we have a steady green light, which indicates the application is completely deployed. Let me quickly go to that application and then deploy another app on AWS. For this deployment, I'm going to choose the AWS cloud, right? This is the summary of my tiers, right? SQL, what size is going to be chosen, which VPC, all of the cloud parameters, and the Apache tier. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this. So the first application is deployed, right? The first, which was deployed on the VMware cloud, right? So I go ahead and access this particular application. So the actual application with that internal IP opens up, right? Where I can go ahead and continue to use this app. So I'm going to install this particular application. So I've logged in, right? So let me just try to create a new post. So this is that particular application where I've opened up and did a few customizations, and this is how it looks, right? So this is the VMware deployed application, right? Let me quickly check on the status on the AWS application deployment. Which is still in progress. While this is happening, I want to quickly jump out to the second use case in the interest of time, right? So this is the VMware deployed application where I have made some changes, where I've written some data, right? So let me quickly migrate this particular VMware uh, deployed application to the AWS cloud, and let's see if we can get the same written data on the target cloud. I'm going to choose AWS and go and click on migrate. So you see, this is what we're trying to migrate, right? So you see a job status as migrating, right? So the migration status has changed, and then the new job has been created for the application migration. Right? So that's in progress. So as you can see, the app deployed on AWS is completed the provisioning, right? So now you're able to access that particular application, and you can continue to configure it, right? So that's the first thing what I wanted to show, right? So the app modeling agnostic feature, right? So these two apps were deployed from the same app model called WP iPhone M underscore SHRAMU, right? On two different clouds, but the same blueprint was used to deploy this application on two separate clouds, and it's deployed, and we verified that, right? So that is one. And the second thing is I made some writes, or I made some changes to this particular app, and I've migrated this particular app to the AWS cloud, which was the source was in VMware cloud, and then migrating to this AWS cloud, right, which is in progress. So we're gonna see, once it completed, to verify the app migration. So this application is deployed, right? Or rather, it's been migrated. Let's quickly try to access this particular application, and let's see if the app is migrated. So this is the this summarizes what I was trying to explain, right? So app migration, application migration with the data changes that we made, right? So if you look at this, this is a public IP from AWS, and this is the IP from my VMware environment, which is internal private network, right? So this is how an application migration is done, right? Pretty straightforward, very least manual efforts, but the process happens, which helps resources to be aligned to a different purpose rather than involved in this tedious task, right? So these are the two things that I wanted to cover in this particular demo, right? One is the app modeling and how agnostic it is, and how to migrate an app from one cloud to another cloud. All right, so I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot, and signing off, this is Shyam. Thank you.